At CMC, we're helping build a better world, a stronger world, a more sustainable world. A world built to meet the demands of today, while never losing sight of what's needed for tomorrow. In fact, at CMC, we've been looking ahead for well over a century. In 1915, Henry Ford's Model Ts were changing how Americans traveled. Babe Ruth swatted his first big league home run. And in Dallas, Texas, a Russian immigrant named Moses Felman set out to make his American dream come true. Hitching 2 mules to a wagon, Felman trekked from block to block, collecting unwanted scrap metal for processing. Taking pride in his adopted homeland, Moses called his fledgling company American Iron and Metals. Through determination and hard work, Felman's operation grew. Soon, his 2 mules were bolstered by the horsepower of a fleet of trucks. The company grew into one of the region's largest secondary metals processors. But just as the company was gaining momentum, the nation's economy grounded to a halt. In 1929, the stock market crashed. The pressure of trying to lead his company through the crisis soon took a toll on Felman's health, so he handed the reins to his son, Jacob. It was a wise decision. Jacob Felman would prove to be a visionary leader, directing the enterprise for the next 38 years. Among Jacob's first decisions was to change the company's name. In 1932, American Iron and Metals became Commercial Metals Company. Along with the name change, the dynamic young Felman also expanded the company's operations to include trading and brokering deals for large quantities of metal. Soon, CMC wasn't just surviving, but thriving, acquiring one competing metal recycling operation after another. The advent of World War II strained America's resources. Afterward, the nation set about the hard task of rebuilding, and the demand for scrap metal soared. Thanks to Jacob Felman's sage leadership, CMC was well positioned to provide it. Around this same time, a businessman named Marvin Seelig purchased a cornfield near Seguin, Texas for $300. On it, he built a steel rolling mill. Within 2 years, Seelig's company, which he named SMI, was producing the first rebar for commercial sale. Seelig's customers included fabricators, supply companies, and contractors, and soon the Texas Highway Department. In 1959, the company commissioned its first electric arc furnace. This advanced technology used electricity to melt down scrap metal, eliminating the need for coal and iron ore. The event would mark an important commitment to sustainable steelmaking, and by 1962, SMI became a full-fledged steel manufacturer. A year later, the paths of the 2 companies would connect when CMC acquired SMI. Under CMC's stewardship, the modest operation was transformed into a state-of-the-art steel mini-mill. It was also given a new name, CMC Steel Texas. Today, every CMC mill uses electric arc furnaces and 100% scrap metal to produce its products, remaining true to the company's roots as a dedicated recycler. But CMC's sustained growth spurt was only beginning. The company would eventually acquire 7 more mini mills, making it a major force in U.S. steel making. During this era, CMC also ventured into fabrication, shaping steel into finished products. With the acquisition of other fabrication operations, CMC soon became one of the largest steel fabricators in the U.S. Another milestone was achieved in 1978 when CMC purchased Price Steel, a fence post finishing business based in Houston. Renamed Southern Post Company, the operation provided an important addition to CMC's growing portfolio of products, and today, CMC is the largest producer of steel T-post fencing in the United States. In the 1980s and 90s, the company would only continue its period of remarkable growth, especially in its operations across the southern United States. Soon, CMC was ready to set its sights even higher. In 2003, CMC became an international manufacturer, purchasing a mill in Zawiercie, Poland. Renamed CMC Poland, the operation would grow to become the nation's second largest steel mill. CMC's long-standing reputation for innovation was further reinforced in 2009 with the debut of CMC Steel Arizona. Employing an environmentally friendly, endless casting and rolling process, CMC Steel Arizona was the first micro mill in the world to be successfully operated, but it would hardly be the last. In 2018, CMC commissioned a micro mill in Durant, Oklahoma, that featured the first spooler built in the U.S. and the first in the world to be connected to a micro mill. A third leading-edge micro mill was unveiled in Mesa, Arizona, and is the first in the world to produce merchant bar. And a fourth CMC micro mill is slated for its premiere in Berkeley County, West Virginia in 2025. The company would soon broaden its focus with its first non-steel acquisition. In 2022, CMC acquired Tensar, a leading global provider of innovative ground stabilization and soil reinforcement solutions. The move marked an important step forward in CMC's growth strategy of expanding the scope of products and solutions it can provide to its customers. At CMC, we take great pride in our past, but we're even more excited about the future. After all, CMC remains a company on a mission to help build a better world, a stronger world, a more sustainable world. We have everything it takes to make it happen. From our growing portfolio of innovative products to great customers who trust us to develop new solutions for their toughest challenges, to our dedicated employees who prove every day it's what's inside that counts.